In this video, I'll be showing you how to remove the rear brakes on a 1990 Nissan Pathfinder. Ones with disc brakes for the rear. I already got my tire removed there. For those of you who don't know how, I have a disc brake setup in the rear. What you will need in order to remove the caliper there is you will need a 3/8 ratchet, a 17mm, and optional a little 1" extension there. Makes it a bit easier to remove. So next, what we want to do in order to remove the caliper is we want to remove this bolt here and this bolt here. And those are the 17mm ones. Okay, so now all you need to do is get everything set up. And we'll do this first one up here and see if she'll break loose. Next, what you want to do, now that you got these two bolts off, is you want to remove the caliper. You can simply do that by just giving it a little gentle tug. And then it's off, and then from there you can just set it right back there in the back. Like that. And so that's how you remove the caliper on it. Now if you need to remove the rotor as well, what you would need to do, if yours doesn't want to come off, like mine doesn't really want to, see these little holes here? There's one there as well. So these two. What you want to do is put bolts in there if you have a bolt puller set, and just start cranking them, tightening them. What that does is it pushes off and helps release the stuck-on rotor. Now you want to make sure that your parking brake is not on as well, or else that will help get it jammed on there. So from now, as you can tell, I put some bolts in to help remove it. And what you want to do in order to remove it is tighten these on there. So just keep tightening them. I'm using a 13mm, and so depending on what bolt you put in there to help remove these, it depends what size you will need there. As you can start to see, it will start to slightly pop off a bit. Okay, so from here, once you feel it kind of getting loose, you might have to shake with it a bit, but it does come off. And next, all you need to do is you can just unscrew both these out. And now you can get to your e-brake setup on your disc brakes. Now with the e-brake setup, it works just like a drum brake setup. You can see. So basically, why I made this video was to basically check for proper operation of my e-brake back here. I noticed that it hasn't been working lately, and so What I've done is I went and replaced this full cable here, except first I noticed this one would not even move, which I'm about to show you what I mean when I show you how it expands. What happens is this little disc plate here kind of just moves out just like a drum, and I will show you on this side how that one works. And so as you can see now, it has expanded a bit more. And then when you pull on that e-brake, what it does is it pushes out against the inside of here, causing your e-brake. That's just like a drum brake. That's how the e-brake holds. Kind of a nifty little setup there that Nissan created. And so, this side seems to be operating properly. Upon further inspection on this side, I noticed I only have one spring there, and the one that's supposed to be there is gone. And upon looking for it, it's kind of hard to see, but it's just chilling down in there. Now if you're wondering what I'm talking about, is these two springs here. These are very important when it comes to the setup here. So let's see what happens when I dig out that spring and get it set back on there, and I will show you how to do that. So I did manage to pull out the spring. It appears to be a little bent out of shape. Nothing I can't fix though. So what it needs to basically look like is that spring there. And I will show you how to put that back on here in a few minutes, a few seconds when I get this straightened out here. Alright, well after a minute of tinkering with it, I did manage to get it straight again. Not perfect, but good enough for the application of what we need today. So, let's put her back on.